excited about this training. So make sure your teams know to get on. Let's see who's all on. Hey guys, hey April. Of course, Mel is on, helping me host. Thank you. Hey Jessica, be careful driving. Hey Eva. Oh my gosh. Hey guys. So I'm so excited to get right into about how to be a top distributor and roller. I did a lot of pulling up some material yesterday and to get my mind around all the information I really wanted to pour into you guys. So I hope you guys, if you have available to take notes, you definitely want to take notes. And I hope you learn a lot from it. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. And on the team page, I said this is kind of an advanced training. So if you're like, holy cow, this is really overwhelming, and if you just started, like, don't worry, your upline, reach out to your upline and we will help elaborate any questions that you have. And if you guys do have questions as I'm going on with this training, feel free to use this chat group. On this Zoom, there's like a chat. Feel free to ask questions there and I can answer as well. So I'm just going to dive right in. So when you are working this business, the company, the team, we're always telling you to be successful is an easy plan. It's called Steps to Success. And as soon as you sign up, you should be familiar with the Steps to Success. In your document library, there is where you can pull that up and you can see exactly what that is. Yep, Eva is showing us what it looks like. And you want to make sure you are commission qualified and you have your 4 loyal customers, and then you want to sign 3 distributors. You want to do that every month. And guys, if you do that every month, and if you show your team how to do that every month, you will be very, very successful. So it's so simple. I love that the company broke it down to us, make it so easy. So that's why I really want to talk about focus on distributors for this training, because as a team, I know we talk a lot about helping you guys get customers because that's what we really do. We are distributors for a company that sells products, and our job is to sell these products and to sign up people on our team to teach them to sell products. So we're always wanting to get customers. But then sometimes I feel like I forget to really elaborate on how to find those teammates. And I feel like I've been getting a lot of questions on that as well. So I really wanted to elaborate and focus on signing teammates. So I'm just going to start off with the first question I always get. And I feel like this is hot on topic right now because we're getting a lot of new teammates. And the first question I get all the time is, how do I start out? Like, Hannah, I haven't even got my distributor kit yet. Like, how do I start signing customers? And right now is half off to join. So you definitely want to be telling people about this opportunity all the time and about how it's the best time to join. We're getting ready to have conference in a couple of weeks, and they are going to drop the mic on crazy bonuses. And what we do this month is going to count. So we need to be getting people in. Like, we're doing them a favor. Like, we have this gift. We need to be sharing it. So we need to be sharing this opportunity. So, but how to get started is you want to think about what your story is. Why did you join this business? And then also, what are your goals? And it could be anything. And guys, there's no right or wrong answer. You'll find so many people have so many different stories. I mean, you don't have to be rags to riches. You don't have to have a crazy story. I've met some people in this business that they just wanted to do this to find more friends. This was a new mom, and she just wanted to meet more moms out there who kind of had the same mindset as her, that it's okay to be your own boss and make money on your own, be like a mom boss basically, you know, and that was her goal. She just wanted to meet more friends. And she did. She was on the local team. We got together and it's just a lot of fun. So like friendships, that's some people's goals. And as you work this business, it's a really beautiful thing. Your why actually will change. When I first joined this business, I was getting ready to plan a wedding. Oh, I was planning a wedding. My wedding was like 6 weeks. Oh my gosh. It felt like 6 weeks. It was 6 months after I signed up. So but 6 months in a wedding world, that's like 6 weeks. So, I was planning a wedding. I wanted to feel like a badass like wife, you know, who's bringing in all this income, and I wanted to retire my husband. He's a police officer, so I'm wanting to retire him. And I'm like, why can't I do that? So I'm gonna do it, and this is how I'm gonna get started doing it. So that was my why. I just wanted to make some extra income, and then I wanted to work from home, and I wanted my husband to work from home. Now that's still my story. I'm so close on being able to retire at 27. So super excited. And so that's my goal. And then once I retire, I'm going to be working on my husband to retire. But then, you know, like right now I've been sharing about my infertility, and medical bills have been really crazy. So because of it, Works is paying for my bills. So everyone's story is different. But just think about why you joined. What's your goals? Like, what do you want this company to do for you? Are you wanting to be a part of something? Are you wanting to help more people? Are you wanting to make an extra income? Are you wanting to just lose weight and make money at the same time? So think about what your story is, and feel free to share that journey with people. That is like the easiest way to get started. And even if you didn't start, doesn't matter how long you've been in this business, I do this like every day. Like I'm always sharing what my drive is, what my passion is, what my story is. Also, just getting started, Wrap Cash, Keto Coffee Cash. You don't have to, when I first joined this business, my paycheck, I wasn't like, hey, you know, I'm Presidential Diamond, I'm Black Diamond, you know, like Mark Pentecost is going to know who I am my first month. Like, no, I wasn't like rolling in the dough. But, you know, I was working towards that. So I know it's hard where you're like, I haven't really had a crazy paycheck yet. So when people start, a lot of people start this business because it's the little things that matter. Like Wrap Cash could be someone's diaper cash, or Wrap Cash can be someone's like gas money. So like I know when I joined this business, like I wanted money and I wanted fast money. And so once you get your kit in, you're going to get that keto coffee sample. You're going to get that wraps. So turn around and sell those and make Wrap Cash or Keto Coffee Cash and share about it. Like I remember I was at a Kroger. We have a gas station. We have a grocery store here that's called Kroger. I met someone before I went to conference. I was trying to get some extra cash to go to conference, and I met someone at the parking lot of the grocery store, and I sold 8 wraps. Yeah, 8 wraps, and I got $200 in cash just like that. So, I mean, what could that extra $200 do to, you know, anybody that I know? So I was sharing that opportunity to people. I'm like, wow, just like that, you know, I made $200 in cash. So share that as well. So share what the company is doing for you and what it will do for you. So that's your goals right there. And then last but not least is lifestyle posts. I mean, there's so many things that you can do as a lifestyle post. I mean, so I'm sharing, well, like I was saying, like I just calculated all my bills for infertility and seeing a specialist and going to the doctor and getting exams done and my medication. And I added it all up and I was a little floored. And then I added up my It Works paychecks and my bonus money. And then I realized that It Works can pay for that. And I was like, wow, you know, so that is my lifestyle post that I'm sharing that It Works is doing this for me. You can do, I know like someone in this company, they went to Target and bought like a $5 mug, and they took a picture of their $5 mug, and they posted about, it may not seem like a big deal, but they were so excited that they didn't have to feel guilty to ask like their husband to buy that mug. They didn't have to think about it. They didn't have to look at their bank account to say, do I even have the extra cash to buy this cute little mug? They didn't feel guilty about it. So it doesn't have to be something big like my medical bills. It could be something really small. So what is this company doing? Like, do you have kids at home? Do you want to spend more time with your kids? I know a lot of you guys on this team do it. So Melissa, for example, she's spending time with her kids. Her kids will be in bed with her, and she's snuggling with her kids. And she's posting about how she's snuggling with her kids, and she's helping team members get started in this business. Yes, attraction marketing is hot. So that is a great way for attraction marketing, is showing people, attracting people of what this company is doing for us. So share those lifestyle posts. Did you get an extra check from It Works, and are you using that for gas money? Are you using that for grocery money? But it doesn't have to be money. So it could be spending more time with your family. What does your office view look like? I'm going to be spending the day with my family today, so I could take a picture with me. Maybe we're going to go to the movies, who knows? And that's my office for the day. I'm so blessed that I could work from whenever I want to, work my own hours that I want to, and not miss any moments with my family. So lifestyle posts are so huge on attracting your potentials. Then I want to dive into kind of a checklist. So if you guys are taking notes, this will be a good time to write these down. So I made a little checklist on why you are not signing distributors. This is why. The first one is, if you're not signing distributors, you're probably overwhelming them when you're talking to them. And it's not your fault. There's so much room to always grow. And when I first started to now, I don't even want to look back at any messages that I sent. I don't even want to look at messages I sent yesterday. Who knows? Like, I'm always learning and growing. But I know when I first started, I was overwhelming them. So you're probably overwhelming them. So a couple little notes that I wrote down here is, basically, don't answer questions that weren't answered or that wasn't asked. And you want to keep it short. You want to keep it simple. And it just depends. Like, did they just like your post? If they liked your post, I'm not sending them a message. So maybe I posted about the half off kits right now. Comment below if you're, interested in joining my team or something like that, and someone likes it. I'm not going to message them a huge paragraph. Hey, thank you so much for the love of my post. I'm so excited that you seem to be interested in joining my team. So right now it's $49.50. I work for the best health and wellness company out there. All you do is this, this, and this. Does that sound like something you want to do? And they're like, whoa, girl, I just wanted to support you. I'm not even sure. Like, woo, that is way too much. So it could be something as, hey, I saw that you liked my post about this, and I'll send them a picture. And I'll say, were you interested? Something like that. Maybe someone comments and says they are interested, and I know that I need to talk to them about this. So I'll say something short like, hey, I'm so excited, that you're interested in this right now. Right now is the best time to join. Have you heard of It Works Global before? And then we just go into there. And I don't answer anything, because in my mindset, I'm like, gosh, this company is so huge. There's so many things out there. I want to tell them right from the beginning how amazing it is. I want to tell them right from the beginning about our team. I want to tell them right from the beginning about the shopping spree. I want to tell them right from the beginning about everything. But that's not what you need. They will find that out. And you don't need to tell them everything. And if you feel like they might ask you something, then ask them if they have questions. And if they don't, then they'll have it later. So I always make sure the ball's in my court, and I'm taking control of the conversation, and I'm asking them if they have any questions. It's, have you heard of It Works Global before? And then we have another conversation, and I'll say, does this sound like something you're interested in? would you like an invite to our online Facebook event that we have to go over more details? Things like that. Like, I'm making the conversation flowing. The problem is, if you're sending them everything in one message, and you're just throwing it out there, just throwing it at them, you're not giving them a chance for them to tell you their fears. They are not having a chance to think about it, to talk to you about it. You're giving them everything, and they're like, no. They might not even message back. You need to have a conversation with them to hear their fears. When I find out so much, when I am making it short and sweet and I'm having these conversations, I'm asking them questions, I hear the fears. And that's when I get to talk to them about turning their fears, around into their dreams and wiping those away, the fears away. Like, someone yesterday was like, what was it? She was just talking about how she just didn't feel like she had time. So I talked to her about, how I feel busy. I work full time. My husband's a police officer. We have stepkids. I have my stepkids at home. And it's a blessing that I get to work this business whenever I want to, but I got to hear her fears. There's tons out there. What if I don't succeed? I feel like everybody sells it works. Just all these fears. So if you're sending them all of this information at once, you're not getting a chance to even hear what they are scared of, to really reassure them and be there for them and, educate them basically about what this business can do. So don't overwhelm them with information when you're talking to them. And then also, last but not least, on overwhelming them, once you get to doing this, it's a game changer. Voice messages have been such a game changer because people get to hear my excitement. So a lot of times, like, I'll ask someone, like, hey, I'll ask someone if I can send them a voice message because I want to, like, talk to them now about doing this. And I don't want to send them a voice message and then, like, a day later they finally hear it and then they never message me back. So I'll just say, hey, I actually am available to send, like, a voice message about this information. Do you have time to listen to it if I sent you one? And then I'm talking to them on voice message and I'm just being so excited. And the beauty about that is those voice messages only let you do a minute long one. So you're not going to send them an hour video of you pouring into them. So you can just do like a minute, quick, little brief excitement information about the business. I love voice messages too. The next one on why you might not be signing distributors is lack of confidence in yourself and in this business. This business can absolutely change your life, and if you believe it. And if you're not sure, if you don't believe it, and if you are not sure if you do believe it, then people will catch that. This part is like really, like, I'm so passionate about it. You are worthy. You deserve this. And you have to believe it. So if you don't have that confidence, then people will see that. People will see that you don't have confidence, okay? And that confidence makes it so much simple to have conversations with people about the business. I'm confident in where I'm going in this business. I'm confident in what this business can and will do for me. I'm confident on achieving my dreams and goals. And I'm confident that I can tell people where I'm going, what I'm doing, how I'm going to get it, and they can do it too. So I believe in that. And people will feel that and pick up on that, okay? If I'm not confident, people will know. Yeah, so there's this business that I do, and I mean, you can make money from it, but I'm just not really signing that many people. And well, then you're not going to sign people. If you say, Hannah, I'm not signing people, I can't sign people, then you're not going to sign people. You're not. You might get lucky, but you're really not, because you don't believe it. if I say, you know, I'm going to sign some distributors today. I'm going to get customers today. And my team is freaking awesome. I'm freaking awesome. Like, I'm worthy. I'm going to get that bonus. I deserve it. I'm worthy of it. It doesn't matter what my story is. It doesn't matter. You know, I know there's so many people out there that deserve it, but I deserve it too. And I will get it, and I believe it. And people will feel that way. So you have to have that confidence, and you have to believe in yourself. And if you don't, you're not the only one that's felt that way. There's nothing wrong with you if you don't feel that way, but you need to get yourself to that way, because you deserve it, and you are worthy, and you should have that confidence. Oh, I love that, Melissa. And self-development is so big to help you get there. I listen to podcasts. Pam Souter has her own podcast that helps me get in my mindset. Motivational videos, yep, is what you can do as well. I look up those just on YouTube. I read books. But, you know, whatever you need to do. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be that. I like just to talk to my team. You know, check in with my team, and we're having fun. And that's also part of why I like doing this business, is the friendship and the fun. And I like knowing that I'm helping people, and that makes me feel good and confident in what I'm doing. So, you know, it could be a little bit of anything, but you have to believe. Okay. Ooh, that's my 6 list. Let's go back. So, yeah, and then another thing is like writing down your goals. So, I mean, gosh, I'll take you a trip to my bathroom, because on my mirror it says I'm going double diamond, and it's cute. Like, I'm involving my family now into that, because like in my my laundry room, I have a whiteboard that says I'm going diamond, and that was before I went diamond. And I haven't really went over there to really write down my goals. And like a couple months ago, I went by and I see in a different handwriting it says double, and I'm like, who wrote that? And my husband did. He's like, I wrote, and then now it says I'm going double diamond. And I just thought it was a beautiful thing that now, you know, it's not just my goal, it's my family's goals, and it's there for us to see and achieve and go for it. The next one for your checklist is you probably don't have enough potentials. This is where it gets a little advanced. I like to think of what my signing rate is and the potentials I have. So basically, like, I could say, I know if I talk to every 4 potentials, I'll sign 1, you know? So as I get more advanced into this company, month by month, I like to see what my signing rate is, and I like to work based off that. But there's a lot of people I talk to that says, you know, Hannah, I'm talking to this girl, and I really think she'd be great on her team. And I'm like, you know, that's awesome. You know, that's a strong potential. And then you just sit back, because guys, I do this too. So I'm not like I'm not calling anyone out. Like, I've done this too so many times. You sit back and you're like, yes, I got a potential. I'm good. And it's like, no, like 2 strong potentials are great. But you still want to get those potentials. So don't just focus on that one. You want to have at least 10 strong potentials a month. And you don't want to just be confident on that one and, you know, keep pouring into that one. And that one just keeps giving you excuses and excuses and excuses. So instead of you growing your business, meeting new people, working on getting new potentials, you spent all that time into one person who gave you all these excuses, and you still didn't go anywhere when you could have been going out here, growing your business, meeting new people, building new relationships. So don't get stuck on just that one person that, you know, can be your potential. You still want to get at least 10. So you want to be constantly, I challenge myself to collect new potentials monthly. Let's see. I mean, so that's really basically it. And then I'm going to go further into it, into this training on how to get those potentials. But that's just one of them on the checklist, is you probably don't have enough potentials. So it's obviously very important. Before you sign somebody, you need to have somebody in mind. So it's very important to get those potentials. The next one on the checklist is, think about, you want to ask yourself, where is it in my conversation that I'm losing people? You know, maybe you've had that flow. You kept it short. You asked them the questions. You sent them voice messages. Everything was great. You invited them to the event, you know, and then you just lost them. You know, who knows? Who knows where it was? But if you feel like you're doing everything the right way, there really is no right or wrong way. I mean, you're having a conversation with somebody. There's no black and white. There's no script. There's no copy and paste. But just kind of look back on your messages with people and look back and try to see where in your conversation do you feel like you lost people. Let me see. And then if you find where you feel like you're losing people, then why aren't you changing the wording? Why are you still using the same thing that's not working? And earlier in this training, I said, like, I don't want to look back on what I sent out when I first joined. I don't even want to look at what I sent out like last week. Like, I'm always, if something's not working for me, that is going off the board, never doing it again. Like, if I post up and no one ever comments on it or not interested in it, then I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not using that. So if there's messages that I send out or things that I say to people that I feel like I'm losing people, then I'm not saying that again. I'm not going to use that again. I'm going to do something different. So if you do find something that you're being consistent with and saying, and you feel like that's always losing people, then you need to change. We need to change that together. And this is where I tell you guys, reach out to your upline. Like, I know that personally I do. I know Melissa loves doing it because she does it with me all the time. I'm like, hey, what should I say? No, I'm pretty good now. But when I first started, it was always, what do I say back? What do I say back? But like, I know that we are so freaking friendly on this team that your upline would absolutely love it if you reached out to them and just said, you know, hey, can you look over this conversation that I sent to this potential? They never messaged me back. I don't know what went wrong. Where do you think I lost them? Like, there's nothing wrong with going back and educating yourself and growing. So you definitely want to look back on those and see, where did I lose people and what's not working, you know? So definitely you need to be asking yourself that in those conversations. And then another thing is, are you creating a sense of urgency? And I'm not talking like, when we're talking to customers, we're like, one spot left, blah, 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 you know, and they're like, holy crap, you know, like, I'm talking about urgency with signing teammates. Guys, we have half off kits, first of all. So I know everyone on this team can understand how amazing that is. But a lot of people out there don't understand what that means. But think about all that we have offered on the table now. I don't even, I'm hype as heck to find out what's going to happen in a couple of weeks. But even right now, I'm already like floored, and I know it's just going to keep getting better. So people hear in my voice when I'm talking to them, this is the best time to join. That is creating urgency. This is the best time to join, girl. Like, now's the time to join. It's half off. We have the guaranteed $3,000 bonus. You know, this is the best time to join. Those are things that you can throw in there to create urgency with your potentials. Let me see. Yeah, I put voice messages, again, helps with creating urgency because they hear your excitement and they don't scare them off right away. I wrote that down. because they hear your excitement. Because if I'm like sending them like $3,000 bonus, half off kid, now's the best time to join, like blah, 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 they're like, oh crap, you know. But when I'm talking to someone, I'm just like, listen, we got to get you started now. Like, it's the best time to join. I can't wait to tell you about the bonuses we have offered on the table. And if you're signing up today with me, I'll make sure you get half off kits. You know, the team is so much fun. And then, I just kind of share my excitement and create that urgency with them on a voice message. Ask them why they want to join. Like, do you even know why they're wanting to join? And you don't have to be like, it doesn't have to be so confrontational, like, well, why are you joining? Do I, like, almost like you're evaluating them as if they are worthy enough to be on a team. You're like, it's not, don't word it like that, but get to know them. So in your mind, you're asking, why do you want to join this team? But you're not like, why do you want to join with me? You're asking them in ways so you can get that answer back. So maybe you share a little bit about your story. And get to know them, you know. So you want to find out why do they want to join? That also helps create urgency. Yesterday I was talking to a potential customer, and we were talking about a product, and she was concerned about the price because she was getting ready to be a stay-at-home mom. And I said, I have one more question to ask you. And she's like, what's that? I was like, well, I have an idea. I was like, I just have to ask, but what would you think about, and I just went on about, you know, joining the business, you can make money with me, and I'll throw in the greens with, you know, it's half off to join, you get over $150 in free product, and I'll even throw in the greens with your kit as well. You know, so I just asked her that extra opportunity to her. So, I mean, that can also be if you're talking to a potential distributor, they're throwing in that, well, I'm just not sure. I don't want to risk anything. You know, I'm a single mom. Or I was talking to somebody who was getting ready to switch jobs. So they're nervous about that. People like to talk about, you know, having more time with their family. So get to know why they want to join the business. That also helps creating urgency. You know, you don't want to throw it in their face like, well, girl, you need to join this business so you can be with your kids. Like, I mean, you know, but you can throw that in there and maybe even share a story. You know, a lot of times I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I know so many passionate and driven and successful women on this team that started just where you are. And, you know, here they are now, and we can definitely do this together, you know, and I'm listening to their fears, and I'm, you know, having a conversation with them about that. So that helps create urgency as well. And then if they say that they don't have the money, I always say, well, what can we do? How do I word it? What can we do to get you the money? Because this is the best time to start, and I don't want you to miss it. That's what I say. And so we figure out a plan. And I will share with you guys after this training on the team page the common questions that I get of concerns and things that I can say back. There's so many ways you can help someone get that money started. You know, they can sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace. They can go donate plasma. They can babysit. They can not go to Starbucks. They can save that money for not going to Starbucks. You can spare not going to the nail salon for a week. Maybe they're just pinching pennies, and it's not even like that. They're like, no. Like, all the money I have has to go towards something else. Like, I have no money. Then you can help them pre-sell their wraps. There's so many things out there that people can do. And especially right now, it's only half off. It's a whole lot easier getting $49.50 to join than $99. It's super simple to join even just for the $99. But now if they have no money to join this business, then they need this business. And now's the best time because it's only $49.50. So there's so many ways that you can help somebody if they don't have the money, but I'll share all of those concerns too in on the team page. So those are mainly the checklists on things that are probably why you're not getting distributors. I want to go into, let me make sure I'm keeping this afloat here. Yeah. I want to go into posting. So as you guys all know, when I talk about posting, I have to say it. posting is not asking. So I'm not sitting here saying, well, guys, this is how I work my business. I post and then that's it. That is part of the business, is posting. That's like, I don't even think it's 10% of my business. 2%. That's 2% of me working this business every day is just posting. So I don't want to make a huge deal about posting, but it is. Every little detail does matter, and posting is very huge. We were talking about attracting marketing, and that kind of ties in with the lifestyle posts. But I want to say something. So I want to talk about it's okay to go out and find leaders, successful leaders in this company, and follow their pages. See how they're posting. Do their stories look like yours? Do their quality of pictures, do they look like yours? Those are where I go to find my inspiration on things to post. And then you'll see that they're not always posting about It Works. I am sharing my life on social media with a splash of It Works. I don't want anyone to go to my Facebook page and it's a catalog of It Works Global where they can be like, oh, you can go through this product and this product, there's before and after. Like, no one wants that when they sign into Facebook. But if I'm posting about, I just got my hair done and I'm at the hair salon getting my hair done, and I talk about how I didn't have to pay for it because this company paid for it for me, people are gonna be like, what now? And if I'm drinking, keto coffee, there's nothing wrong with just a picture of just me and my mug and I'm just drinking my skinny coffee. I don't have to go on my eSuite and look up a picture of the product info and post that. People don't want that. So you want to post about your lifestyle with a splash of It Works. So, and every post doesn't, and I don't recommend it, every post should not be It Works. I will post, I like to have a brand. I still don't know how I would call my Facebook page. I don't have a word for it. It's not like everything on my page is this, I don't know, but everything on my page is about me, my family and myself and my journey. And it's positive. It's professional. I don't post anything negative. I don't post anything very unprofessional. I don't argue with anybody on my page because I'm a business owner and I want to be treated as a business owner. Okay. If you work this business like it's a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby. If you're going to work this business like it's a business, you're going to get paid like you're a full-time business owner. And if you're a full-time business owner, even if you're not, even if you're a hobby, you should treat this as a business. Like, we definitely need to be professional. Our business is on a social media platform. And you know what? If that is something that you're just not okay with and you want to drop, your dirty laundry and not be professional, then I would recommend maybe having a different Facebook page, not adding your potentials to it. Have 2 Facebook pages. I don't know. But the page that you're working your business on needs to be professional and positive. And it doesn't have to be about It Works. So I post about a lifestyle post, and not in any particular order, but just ideas to post, like a lifestyle. Then I'll definitely do a product. I might do an inspirational quote. Might just post about my family. Might just post about something funny. There's a lot of F words you can follow: the fashion, the food, the funny, the friendships, a lot of things like that. So doesn't have to be It Works, It Works, It Works. And another thing is, you got to think about your audience. So I don't know where you guys are, the ones that don't live in Terre Haute, Indiana, but the ones who do live in Terre Haute, Indiana, or even just in a small town, doesn't have to be where I'm at, just a small town. You guys know as well as I do that you probably have a good % of friends on your Facebook pages that see a lot of It Works distributor posts on their personal time. And so it's really important when you're copying and pasting. You absolutely should be making it sound like you. I know as a team that I give you guys a lot of things to post, but if you're wanting to really create a brand for yourself and really work on traction marketing, you need to make it sound like you. So if I get a post that I'm going to post up, then I will copy it. I'll put it in my notes, or maybe I don't have to. Maybe I'll just copy it, and then I'm changing up the wording. Maybe somebody used 5,100 a million emojis in their post. And I'm not so much, I love emojis, but I'm not so much like every word is emoji. So I'm like, that's not me. So I take that out, you know. So you want it to sound like you. And I'll have people come up to me and they're like, they'll say, you know, I see so many It Works posts and yours, like, I trust you. And that's the thing. You're building relationships with people. You want to build that trust with people. If I'm just copying and pasting and they saw Sammy posted the same thing about, you know, hair, skin, and nails, and then I just copied and pasted it, they're like, oh, she's just an ad. She's just an ad, you know. And but if they see me, I have a picture or I'm doing a live video about the hair, skin, and nails, and I'm just sounding like me, you know, people are going to believe me because I'm being honest, I'm being truthful, and they trust me. So it's super important to not just copy and paste, but treat it like an inspiration. There's a lot of times, and it doesn't even have to be It Works Global Distributors. If I'm going through my social media and interacting with people, there's been times where I am very turned on, like, by a post. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, that caught my attention. Like, I found myself reading that whole thing. And if it caught my attention, I know it will catch other people's attention. So I will copy it and paste it in my notes on my phone so I can use it. You know, maybe I'm like, oh, I need to put up a post, but I don't know what. You know, I'll put up something like that, and then I'll switch it to my own wording. And then another thing, I know it can be common sense, but I have to say it. If you see a picture, make sure that picture doesn't have anyone's website name on it. I've posted pictures with my website, and I'm like, hey, I mean, you know, as if someone was on my downline sharing it, I'm like, you know, that's fine. If someone signed up on my website by accident, you know, I'll transfer. But that's not doing you any favors as being a business owner. If I'm sharing a picture with my website name and then you copy and just use that same picture that has my website name on it, you want to take that out. Take out anything with, you know, my name on it, because you want people to see your business. You want to promote your business. You don't want to just copy it, because people will see that. People will know that you're just copying, and they're not going to trust you. So you need to build that trust, and be you. People will say yes to you before they say yes to this business. Every time. Every single time. I don't know, the 2 years I've been in this business, I don't know if I've ever had a time where someone was out of the blue like, hey, I just keep hearing It Works everywhere. Like, It Works just advertised with me, and I really want to, like, no, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had it. Like, I've just had it where people see my story, my journey, my results, and they trust me enough to reach out to me, to talk to me about what I've been doing. Because people are saying yes to me before they say yes to this company. Like, a little example is, I knew a little bit about It Works before I started. A couple police wives here, like, I like to post about the defining gel cellulite. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't really need it. And then she sent me a whole long message just because I liked it. So that's why I'm like, yeah, don't do that. And then on a couple things on Snapchat, I'd see some girls drinking energy drinks. So I knew the name It Works Global. But I was not going to go on It Works Global's website and sign up. I just wasn't. And then I became friends with Melissa, and she reached out to me, and we've built a relationship before she even reached out to me. We were seeing each other's posts. She was liking my posts, you know, interacting just that way. So she wasn't a complete stranger so much. I was familiar with her name when she messaged me, and I said yes to Melissa and this team. I didn't say yes to It Works. I was just like, yes, I want to be with you on this team working with It Works. So just my personal story, I know it's definitely true. Like, people will definitely say yes to you before they say yes to this business. So you need to promote your journey, your results, you with It Works. Okay. And then, okay, a lot of questions. This is where I'm going to talk about getting potentials. So I know one of the things on the checklist was you probably just don't have enough potentials. So this is a couple tips I have on how to get potentials. One of them is, I'm going to say this in order here. Local events. This is something I've been doing new, actually. But of course, getting potentials is growing your network. So you're always, I do this every day, because I even hear it too, where people are like, oh, I'm just messaging everybody and nobody seems to be interested. Well, you got to grow your network. If you're pouring into the same audience over and over again, you're not going to grow. You have to constantly be meeting new people, building new relationships. You need to grow in this business, and you need to grow your network. So that's by adding people on social media. And one of the things you can do on Facebook, and I just for a tip, I do both on Instagram and Facebook. So I'll just do Facebook real quick. Facebook, I go to like local events and I click on them and I see the people who are going to those events. Those are people who are being very active in the community, supporting local businesses. But those are just people who are active. They are participating in social media. So I'm going to all the people who are going and I'm sending them friend requests. I'll go to anyone's page who does not sell anything, no network marketer whatsoever. So my best friend from high school who's like, yeah, girl, Hannah, I know you tell me about this every day, but I'm still not going to do it. Like, trust me, all my best friends I've talked to about it like every day, but they're just not doing it. I know they're not selling anything. I'll go to their pages and I will add, their friends. We have mutual friends. I look up like interests. So there's kind of some right or wrong ways on this. It's kind of, you have to be super careful, but you can be a part of groups, but groups are not going to like it if you swarm in. Like, say you're swarming into a keto diet group and you're like, hey, it's so hard because there's a lot of posts I see on these keto pages like, does anyone know a good protein shake? Or does anyone have this coffee? And I'm just like, it's killing me because I want to be like, hello, like, duh. But but these groups, if I swarm in and I'm like, here's my website, you got to sign up, blah, 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 they're going to be like, block, spam, no, thank you. So you can go like mom groups. Like for me, just to share my story, police wife groups, stepmom groups. I'm now into like infertility groups. And it's almost like attraction marketing too there. You can just build relationships with people. And I'm not telling you this to do this like pressure. Like, I'm not saying be fake. Like, I was going to say if you don't want to build relationships with people, then don't. But I would say you're kind of in the wrong field if you're not constantly wanting to reach out and help people. I encourage you to go on these groups that you can relate to and build relationships with people that way. And I got a really good tip last night. I'm going to try it because I've been interacting with these groups and, on these posts because I'm being honest. I'm interacting because I really want to. And so I'm not being fake. And but I think I'm going to go on there and post a picture about, with my family and introduce myself. I'm not going to say my story with It Works. I'm just going to keep it about the group, why I'm in this group, looking forward to meeting friends in this group, and, getting friend requests that way. I'm not going to say anything about I work from my phone. Just introduce myself and encourage people to be my friend and looking forward to keeping the support going and build friendships that way. So I'm going to do stuff like that in groups too. But you can find potentials in groups. But you got to be careful. You got to follow the admin's rules on there too, and don't be, spammy. I mean, you can try it, but don't be surprised if you get blocked right away. And then, those are just, Facebook. One more thing on Facebook. Do not, I repeat, do not, I don't care, do not, if it says people you may know, do not go through that list and add them. Before I did It Works, I could have done that because I wasn't super like building a bunch of friendships on my Facebook page, but I can just go through there and add people. But now with Facebook being so a huge stalker, Facebook knows, like, Hannah sells It Works. And Hannah comments on a lot of It Works distributors' posts. So Hannah should probably follow this girl who sells It Works. Oh, and this girl, she does network marketing. She sells Thrive. Oh, this girl does Avocare. This girl also does It Works. That's all of my suggested friends. So if you're in this business, 9 times out of 10, everyone that you add, that's people you may know, they're probably on this team that you don't know yet. They're probably on someone else's team. That's not going to do you any good. If you see someone on there, people you may know, and it's like my husband's friend, where I'm like, oh yeah, I know him, I'm going to add him. Or if you like just know somebody from high school, I'm not saying like it's a trap, but I'm just saying if you don't know these people and you're adding people on people you may know, that's a trap, because that's not going to do you any good. You're going to be talking to other people who are on this team, and that's not going to grow your business. That's not going to give you any potentials whatsoever. So don't add anybody people you may know. You need to go out and find these potentials. Last but not least, on Facebook, I just thought of this. You can actually go, if someone's having difficulty doing this, I know that there's a training video I can share, but you can go on your computer and search friends, and you can look up people by states, by colleges. Maybe you were alumni in a college. You can look up that, and you can search people that way, see what you might have in common with other people, and be friends with them too. So, yeah, Jenny. It's a trap, girl. And then Instagram. Instagram's pretty fun too. So you can add people. I do a lot of by hashtags. So hashtag coffee lover. These are all me. So, whatever you want to find, things that people have that are similar to you. So I'll look up coffee lover, dog mom, stepmom, infertility, police wife. I know when I first joined this business, I was planning my wedding. So I was looking at brides, fitness, people losing weight. You gotta be careful with that, because a lot of them, they do promote other companies. But just things like that, you can look up hashtags. Another thing is I'll look up a popular picture. I'll look up Target, and Target will post a picture of a coffee mug that's super freaking cute. And you'll go on that picture and you'll see over 1 million people liked it. So I'll go, and those are the people that I'm adding, because those are the people who are active on social media or liking this. So those are a couple ways I add on Instagram. And then if you have a really strong potential, or if you find a page that, you looked at it, they're super positive and they don't sell anything, you definitely want to build a relationship with them, go to their friends list and then add them. That's what I do. I add someone, then I go to their friends list, add 5 of their friends. Then I go to their page, add 5 of their friends. So that's kind of how I grow my network on Instagram. There's something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. I think that's it on growing on Instagram. I think I wanted to say something else. And then this is what I look for adding. My personal preference, I do not add any men. I don't speak any other languages, so it wouldn't really do me any good. So I don't add anybody who can't speak English. I don't add anyone who's not over 18. And I'm looking for people who are positive, friendly, who I can relate to, who I feel like we could become friends, business partners, who I can build a relationship with. So those are people that I'm looking for. People who are active on Instagram. It doesn't matter if they have maybe they're just getting started and they only have 200 followers or something like that. That doesn't make it or break it. But if they only have 3 pictures, maybe they don't even have a picture or they don't even have a profile picture, I'm not going to add them on social media. You want to have a clear picture of who they are, and that they're active on social media. Okay. And then, so last but not least, back to the posting is, we already talked about this. You just want to be interesting, attraction marketing. You want to be like a magnet. You want people coming to you. Wouldn't that be nice just to wake up every single morning and have 50 messages like, hey, I'm ready to join. I'm ready to sign. So when you're posting, make it worth your while. Make it where you would have people messaging you. Now, someone's commenting on your post, don't say, okay, message me, because they might not. So if someone's commenting, you want to reach out to them. But on your post, you definitely want to give people a sense of that they need to reach out to you or comment and let you know that they are interested. I'm almost done, guys. I know we are almost out of time. So I'm going to talk about now. I get this question asked a lot, 6 list. So I talk about this a lot too on, this is what I do every day. And you need to have a 6 list to hold you accountable. You have to, if you give yourself just an hour, a full hour a day, a power hour. I'm not talking okay, I just got off work, I'm going to sit down for an hour. And then next thing I know, I'm oh, I want a really good Instagram story. So then I look through all of my followers' Instagram stories. And then I'm looking at someone making cereal. And then I'm looking at a dog. And then I'm oh, I wonder if that guy's still dating that girl. And then I'm looking at their pages. And then next thing I know, it's been an hour and I've just creeped on Instagram and I didn't do anything for my business. And next thing I know, it's time to make dinner for the kids. And that was it. And then Melissa's like, how's it going? And I'm like, yeah, I work the business. Just kidding. But, so you have to create a 6 list. You give yourself a to-do list. So a couple of things. This is my personal example, but definitely make this for you. What are things that you want to accomplish that day that you feel like that would be a super income producing activity? Do this before you go to bed. I work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And before I go to bed, I think of how many hours I have left till I have to get up. So every second when my eyes are closed counts. So I do this when I'm at work in the morning, making my list for that day. But my daily list includes the first thing I do, self-development. Absolutely. I'm going to work. I'm listening to a podcast. When I leave work, I'm listening to a podcast on my way home. Podcast. I could read a book, listen to an audio. Girl, Wash Your Face is so popular. Get Over Your Damn Self is a good audio book. I'm personally reading a book with what kind of pertains to me right now, and that helps me get in a good mindset. So do your self-development, whatever that may be. Maybe you like to do a lot of praying. I know a lot of people first thing in the morning, they like to pray for their business. They like to pray for their team, pray for anything. I can't even express enough how that's an amazing self-development right there. So, start your day with that. But I definitely do some self-development, get my mind right first thing in the morning. So this right here is my business. Mindset is everything. So you have to keep your mindset in a great positive place. The second thing I do is grow my network. So I'm adding people on Facebook. I'm adding people on Instagram. I give myself a number. I mean, it just depends. You know, definitely no less than 20. So maybe I'll be like, oh, I have enough time. I'll send 50 out on Facebook, 50 on Instagram. So I'm growing my network. The third thing I'm doing, by this time I'm usually at work, so then I'll just hurry up and get on this website. I'll check my eSuite. I'll see how things are going with the team. And I'm checking in, I'm plugging in. I'm plugging in. This is also with your mindset. You have to stay plugged in, stay close to the fire. I always check the team page, see what's going on. You know, what's going on with the team? Are there any new announcements? But I'm staying close to the fire, staying close to my team. And I'm checking my eSuite to see where, you know, where I'm at. Maybe I'll compare to, I don't know if anyone's have done this yet. I know that Melissa and I definitely do this, where every month or every day in our calendar, we write down where our volume's at. And we always compare where we were from last month, where we were a year ago, where we were from yesterday. That's helping us grow our business. So by checking our eSuite, that's something that we're doing. We're seeing where we were at. Are we growing? Are we moving? Are we going to the right direction? And if we're not, what do I need to get better? What do I need to do today so it was better than yesterday? And then the last thing I do in the morning for my little mini power hour is I interact with people on my Instagram or Facebook. So I take about at least 10 to 15 minutes, and I have to set an alarm or a timer, because I will be on it for 2 hours, and next thing I know, I'm on Pinterest and I'm pinning pictures of my house and I'm looking at dog videos, and it was a waste. So I have to give myself like a timer, and I'll go and I'll just comment on potentials. So I'm not saying comment and like on your team's posts. That is super helpful for your team, but to make it count and make it worthwhile for your potentials is you need to be interacting with your potentials. So I need to remember to tell you guys that at this end of the video.
And can I add to that too, Hannah?
Yes,
sorry if you guys hear my kids screaming, but also, like with your potentials, guys, like never count somebody out. Like I've had people that were really interested and then life got in the way or whatever, but every 6 months people go through some kind of like life change. So always continue to interact with your potentials, even if they're not a potential anymore. Like don't like delete them or anything, because you never know when they're going to come back. Like Ashley Sparks joined me after almost 2 years of us interacting back and forth from the first conversation we ever had about the business to when she joined. So that's another thing, like when you have your potentials, like, do you want to touch real quick on the Facebook list for potentials?
Yeah, so don't cross anybody off. You never know what they're going through, and they're always watching you. So we always say that. If they say no, that doesn't mean no. My no is they blocked me, they're done with me. They're done. But if they tell me no, I'm just like, you know, it could be a not right now. But they're still going to be watching your stuff. They're still going to be seeing what you're posting. So, you know, if they say no, don't completely, you know, block them out. But don't fixate on the fact that they could be a potential and say, you know, I'll reach out and be like, hey, you know, who are your potentials this month? Well, I still have this girl. I've been talking to her for months. Okay, but who else? Well, I just had that girl. No, like, so don't be stuck. Samantha. No, girl. Yeah, Samantha, she says she's watched me for what, 2, maybe a year, followed me in my story. So people are watching. And so, but yeah, for Facebook list, yeah. So this was something I actually just found out, for 1.5 years. This is something I found out, and guys, this is going to run over a little bit after an hour, so I apologize. But I have a lot of really good material to go over. So I just found this out last night, and I really want to share with you guys. So it's new, but Facebook list. Facebook will let you go to your friends list and create a list. And I haven't found out where I can do it on my phone yet. So I think you have to do it. I know you can do it on a computer. But you can create a list. So forget about the list right now and just think about your Facebook right now. Okay. You have algorithms going on Facebook. So chances are things that I'm putting out into the world, I'm wanting potentials. I'm wanting potential teammates to see what I'm posting about. I want potential customers. I want to attract them. I want to be that magnet. But who knows? I bet all of my posts, I bet maybe 80% is probably the team I'll see in my posts. And then 20% is like 5 of my friends that I've talked about it and they're not really sure. Maybe 1% is somebody who I really wanted to target to see it. I don't know about the statistics, but I just know Facebook can do that. So when I'm putting something out there on my Facebook post, I want to be 100% sure that I'm going to have the people I want to see it. Now, if they're not on Facebook that day, I can't help it. But if they're on Facebook, I want them to see it. So if you create a Facebook list, you can categorize it. So I can put all of my friends who are It Works distributors in one category. It Works team. Potentials, maybe I know that I want them to be a potential teammate. I'll put them all, add them all in a group under teammates, potential teammates. Potential customers, I'll have that. And there's examples of categories. Potential distributors, potential customers, current customers, sideline sisters, and It Works team. So those are examples of like groups that you can make. And the thing is now once you've had those groups set up, when you put up a post, you can click on who you want people to see. So if I'm sharing a before and after picture, you guys might go to my page and be like, how the heck is Hannah selling this triple threat or the Thermofite X? Like, how is she selling this when she's claiming that she's posting before and afters, but I don't see any on her page? That's because I can, Marissa, I just found out yesterday, so I'm really excited about it. Yeah, so I can share a before and after picture, talk about the new product, and choose it to go to all my potential customers. So all my potential customers see it. So I found some training videos on it. I will share with you guys how to set that up. But I'm super excited about it. So that's something that you guys can really help target getting your potentials. So if I'm talking about how It Works is paying for my medical bills and, it's half off right now, I'm going to want to share that with my potential teammates, or maybe my potential teammates and my potential customers. But yeah, so you can create lists where you can feel confident on knowing that you're attracting the right people and the right people are seeing what you want them to see. So know that opportunity is out there. So it's pretty exciting, but that'll be a different training, but just know that that's out there to help you guys with your potentials. And then I want to finish up with my 6 list. So, and then I'll go back up with the potentials. Then after I did all that in the morning, my self-development, growing my network, checking my e-suite, and commenting and liking and interacting with people, then usually in the afternoon or maybe right when I get home from work, I do 4 more things. I will message all of my likes from the previous day posts. So you need to be posting so you can be messaging people, because sometimes I miss those. Sometimes I'm so focused on following up. I'm so focused on not having a list where I'm just like all over the place and I'm overwhelmed. Like I don't know where to start. So I will keep this list and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to miss the people who liked it, because I'm that person that does that. I would never, I don't know if I can't say never because I don't know if I would, but I know in the past, in joining this business, I never reached out to anybody and said, I really think I would wanting to do something like this. Like never. I would like their stuff, but I would never reach out. So, if I wasn't reached out to about this, I wouldn't be where I am. So just because they didn't comment saying, ooh, 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 pick me, or just because they're not like messaging you like, hey, what'd you post about? And if they just like it, they could be interested that way too. So you want to make sure you're following up with them. And I keep it so simple. I'll just say, hey, thank you for the love of my post. Are you interested? And I'll send them a picture of what they commented on so they didn't forget. And then we just go from there. And then I message 20 people at least. If I have more time, then of course I'm going to send out more. But I at least make sure I'm messaging 20 people. And then I go back and comment and like and interact again. And then I go back and I message 20 more people. So that's what I do there. And then before I go to bed, I message more people. I do a lot of follow-ups then. Message with my team. Check in with my potentials, follow up with there, and then I might start unfollowing people. There's apps that you can use to see who aren't following you, and then so I'm not going to follow them back. It's not like, oh, you're not following me, I'm not following you back. It's just when someone goes to my Instagram page, I don't want them to see that I'm following 8,000 people and only 200 people are following me. So I want my number of people who are following me to be higher than the people I'm following. So if someone's not following me back, then I'm not going to be following them. Because first of all, that's just not even a potential anyway. No point in me being friends with them if they're not even following what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to build a relationship if they're not even interested in even following you. So I will unfollow people before I go to bed too. And then, okay. And then I'm just going to finish it up. So I'm finishing it up with we were talking about like the Facebook list and potentials. I have 2 tips on making sure that people who you want to build relationships with don't kind of get missed in the cracks. So I have 1 tip for Facebook and I have 1 tip for Instagram. So say I see April and I know let's say she's on a networks distributor and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl would be amazing on my team. I really want her to be on my team. Like, I think she'd be great. I'm kind of nervous about talking to her. So I'm just I haven't talked to her before. So I want to build that relationship with her. Hopefully my phone's charged. So Facebook, you can go to someone's profile. I'm going to go to yours, April. Profile. Yeah. And underneath her profile, it says friends, following, message, or more, right? So all those categories, you want to go to following, and it will automatically be a default because you're following them. But you want to switch it to see first. My screen brightness automatically changes. So just swipe over to this way, and then you'll see the see first option. So it kind of breaks the code of algorithms, and I'm gonna be stalking you now, April. So it breaks the algorithm, so you'll start seeing their post first. And what if you're like, crap, I don't remember who I wanted to see first. Like, I remember seeing this girl's page, but I don't remember who it was. So there, as soon as you do that and you're on your news feed, so after I did that, and then if April posts something, next to her name will have like a star. So that also helps me out too. So I'll be on my news feed, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm interacting, and then I see this girl with a star, and I'm like, oh, that's the girl I really want to build a relationship with. Like, she's a potential. So I'm definitely going to comment on her stuff and interact with her. So that's a tip that you can have on making sure you're seeing your potentials posts. And then Instagram. So, okay, I'm on Marissa's Instagram, and she's not a networks distributor yet. And I'm just, I'm like, oh gosh, she'd be great on my team. So same mindset, same thing. So Instagram, I'm gonna go to somebody's page. You can, so I'm on newsfeed. Okay, and then I'm on this person's picture. This is my newsfeed. And then here on the very bottom right, there's like a little picture that looks like a flag. You just click that, and it will say save to collections. So you click it, and you see that it's black now, and it says save to collections. So if I'm going through Instagram and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a really great post, I'll go to her page and I'm like, she doesn't sell anything. She's over 18. She speaks English. Like, she looks like she'd be, she would really like to work with me. So I will save them to collections. And then I can go to, I got to find it because Instagram kind of did some fun stuff. Okay. So then you go to your profile on Instagram. And so your profile is this little bottom face person here. That's your profile. And then you go to these 3 lines at the top. And then you can see where there's a flag that says saved. And then it shows me all the pictures of people that I saved. So those are all my potentials right there. So if I'm on the go, maybe I'm out. Well, I can't really build relationships with people if they don't speak English. So that's where I go if like I'm on the go, like I'm at dinner with the family and I'm just like kind of looking, like waiting to be seated. I'm just kind of growing my network. And I'm like, oh, I would love for her to be on my team, but I don't have like my hundreds list in front of me. I'll just save that picture. And then later that night I can go see who I saved and I can make sure I'm interacting with them. So those are a couple things that you can do that way. And then you guys want to be looking for opportunities as well. So there's a lot of times, especially, I don't know, I've just been seeing this a lot lately. I don't know if it's because it's a new year or what, but I see a lot of posts of, is anyone hiring? I see that all the time. And so I'm like, that's an opportunity right there. Or maybe they're talking about products. You know, does anyone know of a really good healthy detox? Or people are talking about, you know, the keto diet. I see a lot of people wanting to know tips and tricks on losing weight. So that's an opportunity. So I'm always looking for opportunities as well when I'm interacting with people. And I just keep it short and sweet when I'm commenting on there. I would say something like, I'll comment on there and I'll say, I make 4 figures a month from working from my phone, from my smartphone. Message me if you're interested in doing that. And then maybe the people who are commenting, they might see that and be like, oh, dang, you know, like I'll message her too. And you don't have to be making 4 figures a month or, you know, any figure, you know, to comment. If you're just starting out, you can say, you know, I work from home. What's my phone? My computer. I work from my smartphone and I do this all from home. And maybe you can tell them a quick goal. Like, I'm working towards making this a month. Message me if you're interested. You know, things like that. And then, so I'm going to end this, guys, with you because I know we stayed over a little over an hour. But I just want to give you a couple of quotes here. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I don't care how corny that sounds. It's so true. So you need to have that energy that you want to attract. And the same with confidence, okay? If you're saying I'm not signing people, you're not going to sign people. If you're saying you don't have a strong team, you're not going to have a strong team. You know, you have to believe it. And so your vibe will attract your tribe. If you know where you're going and I'm going there, then people will hop on that train with you and go with you to the top, okay? When you speak life, you will see life. That's another one I want to give you guys. So when you speak life, you will see life. So keep that positive mindset. Keep that energy going. No negativity. Change your attitude. You will, and be magnetic when you are posting. And then consistency is key. So keep that, those notes, keep your task list, do the same thing every day. Consistency is key. Don't forget you need at least 10 new potentials every month. And complete your steps to success every month. 4 customers, 3 distributors. We are distributors with a company who we sell products. So we sell products and we sign up team members who also sell products with us. And then the last thing, and I promise we're done, is the event. I could seriously do a whole 1 hour training with you guys talking about our Facebook events. I'm not kidding. Melissa, I told you a quick story that she, reached out to me. I was pretty much ready to say yes already, but she invited me to the event. I saw the team on there. I saw pictures of the team and the community hanging out. I saw what my opportunity and future could look like. And I had FOMO, fear of missing out. I wanted that. And I saw by going to that event that these girls and men, women and men are getting this opportunity. They're making this, they're doing this. Why can I have that? And if they can do it, I can do it. They signed up the same way. What? They started in the same thing. They got the same kind of website. They had the same kind of fee, and they're there now. Like, why can't I do that? So you always want to make sure you're inviting people to these events. The number one thing, if you ever tell me that you are not signing teammates, I'm going to go look at an event and see if you even invited people. Did you even invite people to the event? Did you even tell people about the event? Because the event, it does the work for you. Melissa's been really putting together all of our events. So she takes time and puts like 20 posts on these events. It talks about how we get paid. It talks about the $3,000 guaranteed bonus. It talks about a little bit of our products. And then not only that, people are getting to read comments of our success stories, of our team getting together, all of our tools that we use. It is like the security blanket on this is a really freaking awesome team, and letting people know this isn't a scam and showing them what our community is really all about and what this business can do for you. So you have to be inviting people to these events. Hands down. And you have to follow up with them too. And I do not just send them an invite. Don't go through that list and just invite. You need to have that conversation with that potential. And if you feel like you just are having a hard time selling deal, hey, you know what? I have an event here on, can you guys hear me? It says my internet connection is unstable. Okay. I have an event that goes over the inside scoop of what this business really is. I think you would really enjoy checking it out. Would you like for me to invite you to that? And then invite them to that. And that's where a lot of people will sign up from. So you have to be utilizing your tools and adding people to those events. You have to get on those events and comment, because if you invited me to an event and I didn't see your name anywhere on it, then I'm going to think, okay, if she didn't even get on it, why am I even going to get on it? Like, if this wasn't important or exciting for her, then this isn't really exciting for me. And I'm just going to feel like I just got thrown into an event, like they didn't want to do the work, so here's the event. So you have to participate on those as well, and you have to utilize that. So make sure you guys are adding people to those events. That is the real inside scoop of what this business really is. It shows them right there. So I think that is a huge success on signing teammates. So that's all I had to say. Melissa, I don't know if you're tuning in still, but is there anything that you want to say if you're listening? I don't know. She's probably might be with her kids. I'm scared to get off here and then the recording won't stick.
I'm still here. Sorry, my kids are just running around, but no, I'm still here. No, I thought that was really, really good. Thank you so much for taking your time to do this today. It was awesome, and I'm glad that we got to record it.
Me too. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. And then I will go underneath my post talking about today's Power Hour, and I will share like the checklist information and maybe some scripts and things like that. But remember, the scripts are there for inspiration. Use that to when you need to in the conversation, and feel free to reach out to your team and your upline for support. We got you. So you guys are welcome. I'm so excited to spend the day and do these trainings with you guys. So go out there and get some freaking rock stars. Bye, guys.
Bye.